You've only got so much mental energy in the day. Why deplete those batteries by spending your precious energy trying to navigate disorganized docs that are scattered all over the place? Well, I'm about to show you ways to keep your metaphorical batteries full and reduce your mental burden with Coda. What do I mean by disorganized and scattered docs? Let's take a look. We've got two examples of the same content, the same docs, just in different tools. In this tool on the right, we're text heavy, we're linking out to other docs or sheets, and it isn't that obvious where we need to go inside the doc. We've got to do a lot of scrolling to find what we need. The Coda Doc on the left was built for collaboration. You can create one doc that has multiple pages on the left-hand side with your information segmented out. This is just one example of a doc you could create in Coda. You can have hundreds. You can create content that is eye-catching, easy to navigate, easy to collaborate, and it helps get your team aligned if you're into that kind of thing. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to begin adding and formatting text in your Coda doc. I'll also teach you about a couple features, including callouts and reactions, one of my favorite collaborative features. We'll wrap up by highlighting a few different layout options available on your Coda doc. Let's zoom in a bit and just look at this Coda doc. The pages of Coda have many features that you're used to from other word processing tools, plus others like reactions or callouts, which I'm going to show you both of those and talk about layout options in this video. Using Coda as you would a Word or Google Doc is the easiest place to start in Coda, and it's just scratching the surface of how you can use Coda. You might start using it to send a proposal to your team or manager, like I have here. You can use it to create a team hub, run meetings, take notes, or whatever else you might have previously opened up a doc or sheet for. All right, so we're going to open up a brand new doc, but you could also do this in an existing doc that you're in. And the first thing that I'm doing here is naming the page of this doc, which, because I don't have a name of the doc, it's actually assigning the name of this page to the doc itself. You can change either or both of those later on. And then from here, I'm going to come in below and I'm going to start typing. That's all you need to do as a first place to start. After we have some text in there, you can highlight the text to access all your typical formatting options and use the tiny drop-down arrows to see the rest of the options there to turn your text into bulleted lists, checklists, or even collapsible content. In here, you'll also find the ability to change your text to headers, adjust alignment, coloring, and insert links, and more. You can access a bunch of the formatting options in the way that we just mentioned, or you can also type our /. This allows you to access all of our features quickly, like bullets, checklists, columns, lines, and callouts. You can also visit the Insert panel up here on the top right and click on Building Blocks to see all of the formatting features available. All right, let's look back at the doc here. I've added a bunch of content. And now let's use one of my favorite formatting features, which are callouts. We had a bunch of them in that hiring proposal. They help organize your docs and beautify them. I use them to welcome users or draw attention to instructions throughout my doc. You can access callouts two ways. You could start from scratch by typing /command callout, or like I'm doing here, if you've already got text in there, you can highlight some of the text that you want to change to a callout and click over here to expand those formatting options, and then select this little microphone here for callout. You can then change the color and the icon, and you can go back in here to change the text size. Now I'm going to move some additional content into this callout by dragging and dropping what I've got here. I'm going to look for the little hand symbol to pop up. I'm going to click on those three little dots here, and that means that I've selected this little block of text, and I'm going to grab it and move it into that callout. Now, another feature that I use for creating points of interaction and feedback in my doc are reactions. They kind of look like and act like a button and an emoji had a baby. When your doc users click on them, it's either going to show who has clicked on it, count how many people have clicked on it, or highlight once the current user has clicked. I create a done reading reaction a lot in our team meetings. so I can know when people are ready to move on to the next section. This really helps with our distributed team. If I'm sending out a proposal or something and I want folks to vote, I use a thumbs up reaction to get people to vote. You can add reactions by starting to type / and I'm going to start to type out reaction. And you can see as I do, it's going to pop up here as an option to click. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and it's going to pop up with my little reaction builder. Now I can pick my icon, I can search for more, or I could even upload my own or pick any custom icons that have been added by other workspace members. Here I can customize how the reaction will respond when I click it. I can also adjust the sizing here, small, medium, and large, and there's some advanced settings down below. Once I have it in my doc, I often add some text next to it for context, and maybe you want to put that in a callout. I'm going to add this done reading so that I can build that out in this doc. Now that we have all this content, I want to adjust this page for some easier viewing. You've got some layout options to help with that. You'll notice in Coda that some features don't appear until you hover over or near it, like the layout options. So I'm going to scroll up here and you can see a few options pop up. I can also find these options by going to the doc settings menu up here in the right-hand side under the gear icon and clicking the page options. So these layout options let me adjust the width of the page for everyone viewing this doc. I may want it wider if I have big tables with lots of data, or a little more narrow if I just have text. You can also adjust the settings here if you want it to apply to all of the pages of your doc. And this is going to change everyone's view of the page that you're in or the doc that you're in. There are plenty of other settings and features for you to explore. Start poking around in your playground doc available in your workspace. And if you ever need, and I'm sure that you will, Command and Control Z, X, Y, all of those work in Coda. So don't worry if you think you messed something up, just press those magical commands and you will fix whatever mistakes you may have created. So let's get the heck out of here and go into that playground doc to start, well, playing. Go ahead and start typing or use that / command.